Hello. Today we'll start a new topic. So our new topic is about simple interest. Alright. So before we do questions, we will discuss some theory about simple interest. Okay. So here we go. What do we understand by term principal? What do we understand by term sum, interest, everything, rate, time period, everything? So principal is the money borrowed or lent out for a certain period. That money is called as principal or the sum. Okay, so what exactly it means, like you might have seen your friend might have asked you sometime that he or she needs 10,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. Then you then you would give that money to him or her for some interest, or like you have seen in bank or in some other areas. So whenever you are giving someone some money, or whenever you're taking money from somebody else, so you would give some interest over that money. Is it right? So that particular interest is called as simple interest or compound interest. Today we'll be looking on simple interest. So because nothing comes for free, if you're using someone else's money, then you have to give some more money to him, and that particular additional amount is calculated by using some formulas. Let us suppose you are using simple interest to pay him or her for the money that you used. Okay, so if you use someone else's money, you have to give some additional money. That additional money is called as the interest. Okay, and the money that you used is called as the principal. Of course, at the end you have to return back the principal as it is, but every month or every year you have to pay some interest. You have to give some additional additional money because you are using someone else's money. Okay, so that's what interest and principal is. Today we'll be doing simple interest. So simple interest, the formula is very basic. This is the formula. Simple interest is PRT upon 100. That's what you need to remember. So if you know this formula, you would be able to do any question, any problem in this part very easily. Alright, so we'll start with question number 1. The questions are very easy. Pay attention. So a sum of money at simple interest amounts to rupees 815 in 3 years and to rupees 854 in 4 years. The sum is. Now, one more thing. Simple interest remains the same every year. It doesn't change because you have seen the formula. It is very simple formula, PRT upon 100. It is not having any raised to power n or something. It is not having any squared term, nothing. So it will remain same every year. Now in this question what we are given is that a sum of money at simple interest amounts to rupees 815 in 3 years. So after 3 years that particular sum amounts to rupees 815 and to rupees 854 in 4 years. Now can you calculate the simple interest for 1 year? Yes, of course we can calculate the simple interest for 1 year. What we need to do is we need to subtract the total money at the end of 4 years and the total money at the end of 3 years. So we'll get simple interest for 1 year. Now what to do after that? How to find the sum? Now after 3 years total income is shown. Total money is shown 815, right? So for 3 years you can have the simple interest. You can calculate the simple interest for 3 years, then you can subtract from the sum. From 815 you will get the principal. Let's do it. You would be more clear if we do it here. So look carefully. So we can find our simple interest. Simple interest for 1 year is equal to rupees 854 minus rupees 815, right? So because at the end of 4 years it was 854, at the end of 3 years it was 815. So when we subtract them, we'll get it as rupees 39. Understood? Now, what we need to do is we know 3 years interest and we know sum of money at the end of 3 years and sum of money at the end of 4 years. So we can use either 3 years or 4 years to calculate the principal. Here we'll use for 3 years, okay? You can try with other things also, the answer will remain the same. So now here what we'll do is, so simple interest for 3 years is equal to 39 times 3, right? So it will be rupees 117. Okay, now how to find the principal? Now you got the simple interest. Now to find out the principal, what we need to do? Principal will be 815, that is the total amount of money at the end of 3 years, minus simple interest for 3 years, right? So it will become 815 minus 117, that becomes equal to rupees 698. Alright, so this is the principal. Now once again, look at the question carefully. Simple interest for 1 year can be found out by subtracting the total money at the end of 4 years and 3 years, because 4 years minus 3 years is 1 year. So it will be simple interest for 1 year. It will be rupees 854 minus rupees 815, so it will amount to rupees 39. Similarly, simple interest for 3 years will be 39 times 3, that will be rupees 117, right? And to calculate principal, the total amount is a sum of principal and your simple interest. So principal will be total amount minus simple interest for that many years, right? Total amount after 3 years was 815. So you subtract simple interest for 3 years. Had you been using 854, you would have used simple interest for 4 years. Okay, the answer would have been the same. It wouldn't have changed by that. You can look here also. So principal is also equal to 854 minus simple interest for 4 years. Okay, so answer would have been same, rupees. Answer wouldn't have changed just by changing this, because you have increased 854 by an equal amount. Okay, you have increased 854 by an equal amount, so answer will be same here also. You can try it. Okay, rupees 698. So if you are using principal and interest after 4 years, you need to subtract simple interest for 4 years only. Alright, now we'll move to next question. Here we go. Question number 2 says, Mr. George invested an amount of rupees 13,900 divided in two different schemes A and B at the simple interest rate of 14% per annum and 11% per annum, respectively. If the total amount of simple interest earned in 2 years be rupees 3,508, what was the amount invested in scheme B? Now total amount is 13,900. So what we can assume is, let amount invested in scheme A, scheme 1 be X%, be X rupees, okay? Let the amount invested in scheme A be X, okay? So the amount in scheme B will be total amount to be invested 13,900, so it will be 13,000 minus X. It is the same thing if you're 100 rupees, if you need to give some money to one friend and some money to the second friend. So if you are giving 30 rupees to friend 1, so you have to give 70 rupees to the other friend, right? In the same way, if you are giving X amounts out of 13,900 to scheme A, then you have to invest 13,000 minus X to the other scheme, because you have 13,900 with you in total. Okay, so now what to do next? We need to find a simple interest for two different schemes separately. So simple interest for scheme 1 will be X times 14 times 2 divided by 100. For this is simple interest for scheme A. Okay, now simple interest for scheme B, because I'm not writing out rate, and it is PRT upon 100. P is X, that is sum that you invested here, and R is 14%, and T is 2, that is time period is 2 years. Similarly for part B, it will be, for scheme B, it will be 13,900 minus X times 11 times 2 divided by 100. Alright, so when you add them up, scheme simple interest A plus simple interest B, they are given to be in the question equal to 3508. You can always rewind to look at the question anytime. Okay, so this is what we get. So the equation will be 14 times 2 upon 100 plus 13,900 minus x times 11 times 2 upon 100. This is equal to 3508. So if you solve, you will get x as rupees 7500. That means in scheme A you are investing 7500 rupees. So in scheme B you will be investing how much money? That will be equal to 13,900 minus 7500. That's equal to rupees 6400. Okay, understood? That's what the question was. Because according to the question, a man was investing an amount of rupees 13,900, which was divided in two different schemes A and B at the simple interest of 14% and 11%. That's why we wrote here 14% and over here 11% in simple interest B. And then the total amount earned in 2 years was total amount of simple interest in 2 years was given to be 3,508. So we wrote here 3,508. So using this equation, solving it, you can find out x is equal to 7,500 rupees. So 13,900 minus x will be 13,100 minus 7,500 will be rupees 6,400. That's the solution. Okay, so take this question as homework, do it, and next class we'll discuss it. Okay, thanks a lot, take care, bye bye. This is Gaurav Alia from Kursak Education.